Pongezi. Well done. So thank you very much. I don't want to talk too much, but I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Honorable Priscilla and the entire team for coming on board, and I cannot think of a better team than yourselves to take over from me and to take this organization to the next level. I have no doubt, I know you will take great care of all the things we've done and take them to the next level. I assure you of my full support. So make sure that anytime I am here, and I assure you of my full support. But one thing I would like to just repeat and reiterate is this. Please, let's hold all the players in this country accountable to the democratic principles. Because if there's one person or that one organization is this organization, I said this in the morning, I'd like to repeat 3 things for you guys to really continue to work hard towards. So basically, let's make sure we are a constitutional multi-party democracy. Let's not lose that to whatever fears people might have about opposition, to whatever fears people might have about not getting the trappings of power and resources from government. So please, let's continue to fight for the democratic space. Let's ensure that we don't regress by joining the winning side. Number 2, I would like you also to fight for the strengthening of our institutions, especially the IEBC. We've seen what happened. It's not on for our institutions to do their work under duress, under fear of death, under fear of disappearance, under fear of abductions. It doesn't matter. We want to see the perpetrators of that kind of institutional regression brought to book and accountability restated in our institutions. I hope you guys will also continue to fight for the integrity and viability of our institutions as we go forward, especially the democratic institutions. And then I would also like to appeal to our partners. These organizations need flexibility. These organizations need time to effect things in good time. What we saw last election, especially for partners that are supporting women and people with disabilities and youth, you came in a bit too late. We needed you to have come in at the party primaries level, so that the special interest groups of women, youth, and people with disabilities got a chance to be on the big party tickets. You came in later after the party primaries. If you had come in earlier, I'm sure we would have done much better. And so going forward, I hope the time between now and 2027, the partners start looking at those lessons and correcting course to ensure the special interest groups are taken care of. Again, you are the custodians of democracy. You're the custodians of strengthened institutions, peace and stability, peace and justice. So I wish you all the very best, and I again say you can count on my support 101%. I'm just a phone call away, even though my personal and career circumstances had changed for me then to hand over. But I know good governance demands that we don't even stay in one place for too long. New ideas are coming on board, and I'm sure together we can take this organization to the next level, because I'll still continue to be part and parcel of CMD, but at the background. I thank you and God bless. And now I'd like to again congratulate my successor and my exit. Thank
you so much. Thank you so much. I think a big round of applause for all of us. Thank you so much. I think truly happy and truly delighted to take over from such a good team, the one led by Senator Abshiro, and at a time when the organization is quite stable. So now we just need to take off. Really happy at what you have done for the last 3 years to bring CMD back into the national limelight and into the work that we need to do. I think the new team, we promise stability, we promise donor confidence, and we promise to work with everyone. Winning is usually just that. You have won, but you now have to work for everybody. So Rahab and all of the people we contested against, don't worry at all. This is also your steering committee. This is the steering committee for the CMD, for all of us and for our country. We're going to all work together to put that across. The other thing for us at this time is this role of the opposition. And I say that as somebody who rarely loses election. In fact, we're just saying, vile tumewini hii ndio tungewini ile tulishindwa na UDA. So now, this role of the opposition is something that the country has to think about. And we at CMD must prepare our parties to serve as ruling parties, but to also serve as opposition, and to give effective opposition when you become an opposition member. And not just at national level. I'm sure you know the situation in our counties. We hardly have any opposition in those counties. So we must prepare both opposition at national level, but also opposition at the county level, so that then you have better governance and better results and better outcomes of the democracy that we want to see. The other thing is devolution of political parties. I think that our parties should now devolve. We should be in counties, just the way the country has gone. I think it's going to be very important for us to have not only now the offices, but also the devolution. The special interest groups, the role of women, the place, especially young women. In this election, many women have been elected, but very few are under 35. So we need to also pay a lot of attention to the young women, persons with disability, and all of those groups. But what I want to assure all of us here is that we are taking over from Abshiro, and we will not come down. We are going to go higher and higher and higher. And we're going to make political parties in this country as something to be proud of. And the role of political parties in governance, the role of us in our agenda, health, water, education, all of those matters, our voices are going to be very strong. Sisi wote, I'm just first among equals. We are a team, and a big and a good team for CMD. We are team CMD, chama chetu ni CMD. Asante sana sana. For the Secretariat, we also look forward to the partnership, and for the partners, we also look forward to increased partnership. For the Secretariat, I think really thanking them, just the way Abshiro has done, but also asking them to help us to move forward for the next 3 years. Asanteni sana. I'm hoping that there will be trips to Denmark and Netherlands and other places, and even other African countries that have strong opposition. I think Tanzania, our next door neighbor, has good opposition. I think that we have lessons to learn, and all of us have a role to play in CMD. Asanteni sana sana sana.